Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm really excited to bring you this video from Deadeye. I have done videos on their products before. They're the ones that I did, the Deadeye Golf Club that I use for Golf Plus and Walkabout Mini Golf, that accessory that you use for VR. And now we're back with something with even more awesome, which is what you're looking at here, which is their pistol and rifle stock haptic feedback, as you guys are looking at right here. Now, what's awesome is that you can get this in two pieces. You could just get the pistol. So the pistol here that's on top of here, if I just pull this out real quick, this is the pistol that you can just wear in your hand, and you can use it for games like Pistol Whip and other games that, or pistol-based games. Or you can put it on the stock, and now you can start using this stuff with things like contractors and Pavlov and stuff like that. And what's really awesome is that because you're using it like this with the two controllers, you also have the ability to, while you're playing the game, if a pistol comes up on you, you can kind of just pull this out and then use it and shoot, and then put it right back on here on the stock, and then go ahead and back to your submachine gun or whatever gun you're actually using. But what sets this apart is the fact that this has a haptic feedback kit in the middle of this, which is really, really awesome. So basically, when I turn this switch on right here, you guys will hear it, and we'll get a close-up here in a minute. Boom. There is the haptic feedback. You can actually do rapid fire as you guys are shooting here, and it really feels and it shakes the whole entire gun as you guys are looking at here. You can also do single shot. You could also do 3 bursts. And then back to automatic, which is really awesome. And again, it's all based on what's on here. So again, you could use this with just a pistol game like Pistol Whip, which we're going to show off here, or Pavlov, like Pavlov, which we're going to show off here as well, with the whole entire rifle stock. These are sold separately, so you can get, again, just the pistol, or you can get this. And if you get the pistol and you get this later, obviously it easily converts onto the Gunstock here, and then you'll be ready to go. And we're going to show off using this by itself first in VR, and then also using it in Pavlov with the entire Gunstock. But first, I want to get up close and personal with the actual pistol here and showcase all of its different features, because there is some more stuff that you can do on these buttons here, and we'll get then into some gameplay. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get up close and personal with the pistol here, the main event of this thing. So first off, you do get a 30-watt charger that comes in the box along with the cable, USB-C, to go ahead and charge this. And then you also get a little instruction guide, which is what we're going to talk about here right now, which just tells you all of the different things that this thing can do as far as adjustability. So you can see here on the 3 buttons of the actual stock, first of all, here's the on and off switch, so I can go ahead and turn it on and off right there. And it does charge. This newer model now charges via USB-C. It used to be that the battery pack was in here, and you actually had to take the battery out and then charge the battery with a little cable, but now it's all USB-C integrated when you buy it, which is obviously way more convenient, which is awesome. And then again, you have these 3 buttons here. Now, what do? The first one is the auto fire rate. So for example, right now, when you guys are hearing this, it's firing rapidly. But if you hold the red button down and then you adjust the sensitivity, and I adjust it all the way down and then let go, you can see the adjustability. And again, if I hold the red button down again and I adjust it all the way back up, now you can see how much faster the fire rate is. So you can adjust that mid-game if you need to, depending on what the fire rate of the gun that you're using is, which is obviously awesome. The yellow one is the recoil intensity. So you can see the intensity there on how fast that's actually, hitting. That's at max. If I go ahead and lower it all the way to the bottom, you can see it adjusts a little bit, and it's not as intense before. And again, if I hold the yellow button, you'll see that the yellow starts blinking here on the light there, which is telling you can adjust it, and then I can put it all the way to max. And now you can see it's back to its full intensity right there. And I don't know if you guys are seeing that in the camera there, but you can see how intense that's actually firing. It really does give you really good haptic feedback and a really good haptic motor. And then the blue one here is the fire delay. So you can see when I hold the trigger here, it's firing pretty fast. Let's go ahead and switch this to single mode. You can see it's firing there as fast as you would expect it to, but if you hold the blue button down and then adjust it all the way down, you can see the actual fire delay. And again, if I adjust it again all the way over here, So that's all the adjustability that you can have on these. And again, this comes with a piece of paper, a nice little flyer here that tells you how to modify all of these if you need to, which is great. And of course, the instructions on how to put this all together. But this thing feels really solid in the hands. Obviously, it comes with this here where you kind of just put your Oculus controller right here in the side, and you kind of wrap this in, and then your trigger hand is right there, which is really nice. And it's really easy to adjust this mid-game to go from, you know, automatic fire like you're seeing here to a 3-burst like I was showing before, where it takes 3 shots every time you hit the trigger, and then single, which is really awesome. And I love the clicky feel of the actual trigger as well. But let's go ahead and now get into a game with this. We're going to try pistol whip, since that's a perfect game for just using this pistol just like this. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, guys, so here we are with pistol whip. As you guys are looking at here, I have my haptic gun. You can see the pistol is in my hand. This is such a perfect game to play this. Of course, I have it on single shot because that's how it would work, and I can feel the haptic feedback, and this is already such a great experience just hitting this in here. It really feels like I have a gun in my hand because I can feel it shaking back as I'm looking. It's freaking awesome. We're going to play a quick song here just to show you guys and talk about it as I play. So let's go ahead and just play a scene, and you guys can see us playing this here with this pistol. This is freaking awesome. Here we go.
Of our children who will live in the 21st
Definitely has some weight to it, that's for freaking sure. But this feels badass. Damn it.
Download the future.
I haven't played this in a while. Almost got killed there. Oh, this haptic feedback is great though. This is such a good game too. But using this with the haptic feedback really elevates this game. First of all, it has some weight to it, so my hand's obviously feeling it for sure. I just let him hit me. That was stupid. But there's pistol whip. This is fantastic to use this. Yes, it has some weight to it. Yes, your hands will get a little bit more tired than usual using this thing like this. But it's 10 times more fun. And I'd rather use this than using it in any other way. So this is freaking awesome using this on here. I got an A, not bad. On B, 84%. Accuracy, 79%. You know, not bad for someone who hasn't played this in a while. But yeah, this is, like I said, awesome. The fact that we can do single fire right now and use this is awesome. But now we're going to go ahead and switch over to Pavlov, play a match of that, use the Gunstock, and see how we can do this with, you know, rapid fire. All right, guys, so here we are with Pavlov. We're going to go ahead and start with an SMG, I think. Let's go ahead and start with that. We got the gun right here ready. And we're going to go ahead and close that. We're going to go ahead and switch our rifle here to the red button. So it's on fire, rapid fire. And here we go. We are on the carnival map here in Pavlov. So let's go ahead and see how this looks here. Ooh, we got rocked. We got rocked. Okay, here we go. This carnival map looks really good too. It's fun. All right. No, we had to reload. We did it too late. We had to reload. Using a gunstock always makes it so much easier to actually, you know, play these games and stuff like that, because you actually have like the gun in your hand. You can actually aim down the sight so much easier. And just look at how much easier it is to aim. Like I just took all 3 of those out. Oh, there's someone behind me again. We're screwed. Yep, we're screwed. I was going to take out this thing to reload and go like this, but we did it too late. We'll do this gun one more time and switch to something else here. Just to do it. Look at that. Alright, so if we do this... Oh my god. We're still going to die. And we're using bots too. I was trying to show you guys the reload, but damn, these bots are all over you in this game. I'm actually going to just show you by just wasting my gun. So let's just say I'm in the buy zone here. And you just pull this out. You obviously take the mag out. You take a mag from your area here. You put it in. And then you reload. And then boom. And then this guy is right here. And now we're going to die. But you guys get the idea on how to reload now. Let's switch to this one here just to check it out. Switch to a different gun. But I love using Gunstocks in VR. It really does make a difference. And we're going to die again. We're going to die again. We gotta get quicker with that reload. We gotta get quicker. Otherwise, we're gonna end up dying really fast. Here's one of my other favorite guns that we're gonna try here. Let's see if we can find another. I hear someone close. I thought I heard someone. Oh, there he is. But you can see how much better you aim when you have a gun stock. There's someone behind me again. I'm gonna try to run and reload. Oh no, we got to reload, but this guy's behind us. Here's another gun on size here, using it in Pavlov. Super fun. Like I said, this makes the game so much better. Like Gunstock and then the haptic feedback. And it's so easy to switch between single shot and rapid fire, depending on what gun you're using. Oh, they're all spawned behind me. That's cute. Oh man, there was like 10 of them all over the place. And don't forget, for a pistol, you can just take this out and then kind of pull this out as well. And now just kind of use this as a pistol and run around just like this, and then leave the gun stock next to you until it's that time for you to get ready again. Oh, and then you got to reload, which means I'm going to die. But you guys get the point. Man, my reload today is not on point, I'll tell you that. We got to reload. Hey, at least we got to reload. And apparently this is the bot standing here without even realizing it. We still didn't get it off. But yeah, I think this shows you how good this game can actually be when you use something like this. Like I said, it's super fun to be able to play with the Gunstock. And the haptic feedback just adds a whole new element to this, because every time that you fire, like I said, you can feel every single shot. Like that makes this gun feel like I have the real gun in my hands, not only because of the gun stock itself, but obviously because I can feel that haptic feedback that I can never feel before, which is obviously awesome. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get to my final thoughts. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video on the pistol, as you can see here from Deadeye, and also their gun stock as well. This is now my go-to gun stock when it comes to Oculus Quest gameplay, and this is definitely something I'm going to be using anytime I can use it in a shooting game. I mean, as you guys probably expect, you know, there is nothing like having haptic feedback like this, single shot and burst fire, that actually feels like you're using it, whether you're just using the pistol or it actually feels like you have this against your shoulder here, and then you actually feel the whole entire thing shake because of this. It really adds to the immersion of the game. Yes, obviously, this is not going to be for everyone, at the fact that you have to pay $250 for both the pistol whip, or the pistol gun, and also the gun stock altogether for $250 is obviously not cheap, but it's also, you know, has a lot of features with it, with the single fire and all the adjustability that you can do, the burst fire, the three fire, the fact that you can use this single-handedly like this for pistol games, and then also use it for other games like Contractors, Pavlov, and, you know, all the other shooting games that are out there and stuff like that, really elevates this. And this is easily my favorite gun stock. You know, I've tested a lot of other gun stock, but with this haptic feedback module, with how easy it is to charge with just USB-C, with how easy it is to adjust this mid-game without even looking at it, from burst fire to single fire to 3, adjusting the sensitivity and stuff like that, how you know, easy it is to put in and out of here, just like I just did just now. And then you just pull forward and it's out, and you're shooting again, you put it back on here, and then you're shooting again, and you kind of feel it all over. I mean, the intensity of this thing is awesome. I'm playing VR games with it when it comes to shooting games. It's fantastic. So if you're into shooting games, and that's like your primary thing that you play in VR, if you're really into Contractors or Pavlov or all those other shooting games out there, then this is obviously something you should look at, because it's going to be really, really fun to play with this, and it's going to really elevate that experience to really feel like these guns are actually firing with that haptic feedback. And if you've never played with a gun stock, you know, gun stock also elevates these games as well. So keep that in mind, guys, when it comes to this, and there will be a link down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. I'm having a ton of fun with this. This is going to be my go-to when playing gun games from now on. This is super awesome, and thanks to Deadeye for sending this out to me and letting me review it for you guys. This was fantastic. So, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.